For a berth in the AFC Championship game, off we go in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs.
And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25.
So here's the first drive now for the Jags.
They'll be led out by a man who took that huge jump everyone had hoped for in year two. One of the game's brightest young stars, and that's Trevor Lawrence.
All in all, he was pretty solid in the victory in the wild card round and threw a couple of touchdowns. And when it comes to quarterback play, you'd always love spectacular. But in the playoffs, you'll take solid. And that's exactly what they're looking for from him again in this contest.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Now Lawrence.
Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled.
On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence. Quick slant caught by Kirk.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
2nd and a couple.
At their 48-yard line.
Out of the gun, it's Lawrence. And one more time, here's Kirk. And Kirk is going to have the Jaguars first down as he's going to get this down to the 45-yard line.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Looking to throw, Lawrence.
That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
But yet another completion here on this opening drive, and he's now perfect 4 of 4 to start. Pretty solid execution here.
And how about how everyone's handled their nerves? Because you know what it's like to start a ball game. You're so amped up and ready to go, but sometimes the execution isn't there. They've been flawless so far. Well drilled, well prepared, and excited to start this game.
Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
Here's Lawrence to throw. He's got his target. That's complete.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 25-yard line. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
They go play action now. Lawrence.
Looking left sideline, incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Throwing quickly, this is caught by Kirk.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On 3rd down, Lawrence.
Escaping the pressure right. And this won't do it. He needed 6. He only got halfway there.
Like any team playing, they're looking for touchdowns to try and help their cause. But in this case, he does get them a little closer at least. If they think a field goal turns out to be the better call here.
The kick by McManus is good. Every possession in the postseason magnified. And look, it's just the opening drive. They didn't get the touchdown they wanted, but at least they got on the board.
They got on the board. They got their home crowd into it as well. And remember, in the playoffs, the game slows down a little bit. So every point is precious.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
So here comes the Raiders offense now onto the field.
They'll be led out by the veteran in his 10th NFL campaign, Jimmy Garoppolo.
And it wasn't really his best performance of the year in the wild card round last week. He just had the 1 touchdown pass, but he got the job done and his team advanced. For them to continue on to the championship round, though, he's going to need to take a few more chances with the ball downfield, push it a little bit more, and make sure his team finds its way into the end zone a few more times.
Here's 2nd and 3.
They will run the draw with Jacobs. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground.
But it looks like one of the DBs has it.
And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. And a little careless there, Charles, on that carry.
And it's not just having two.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes?
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he's going to take this across midfield into Jacksonville territory. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter now, and it's Las Vegas with the football, as they've got it with a 2nd and 1 coming up. Jacobs going to try the middle, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
Well, I would have figured after the 9-yard run on the previous play, getting 1 more yard wouldn't have been much of a problem. But apparently it was, and now it's 3rd down.
He finds his man complete. It's Jacobs. And he is going to have the Raiders first down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6.
And that's a gutsy call there on 3rd and short, because that's a play that's got a good chance of being blown up in the backfield for a big loss of yardage. But nice job out wide to gather in that screen pass, use his blockers well, and pick up the first down.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
2nd down and 8.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive. They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And he's able to work his way down inside the red zone to the 19-yard line. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on 1st down.
Now a quick throw out wide to Myers. Call it a gain of a yard, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
Not a ton of room available on that one, but he made use of what space was available and gained decent yardage.
There's Garoppolo to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. Touchdown! Josh Jacobs from 13 yards out. And the Raiders have taken the lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And no return here for Agnew, so they'll bring it out, start the drive at the 25. So time to see Jacksonville again on offense for the 2nd time here in this game. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6.
Here we go.
2nd down, here's a run with Bigsby.
And he will make his way back to where he started from, and that's all. As we will make our way to the 2-minute warning. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation.
And here's a handoff out of the gun. And they're going to get him down well
falls short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
Abdullah to return. Oh, good move. And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt.
And that will come the offense as they take over.
The Raiders offense ready to go.
And for them, maybe a little carryover from last week's game. They got the win on the road in the wild card round, on the road here again in the divisional round, but they're hanging tough.
Hey, cue a little music, right? We're on the road again. I mean, this has been kind of the mantra they're under right now, and they can't change it. The season dictated what would happen with them, right? They had to go on the road for the first round for the playoffs. They're on the road again, and sometimes teams get really comfortable with that. Not only the idea of going on the road and shocking the world, but just, hey, it's just us. We don't have to worry about outside distractions. It's just us. Let's go play.
It becomes that us against the world mentality, doesn't it?
And while it may be overplayed, in the media, it's real when it comes time to play ball.
And he gets this one across midfield for the first down to the 46. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. On play action, it's Garoppolo. Past the 20. 5,
and he's going to be forced out of bounds inside the 5-yard line. It's a big play there for Vegas.
43 yards.
We saw these guys have some big plays in their wild card win last week, and they're certainly going to need to continue to put up plays like we just saw there if they hope to continue to move on in these playoffs.
Throwing now is Garoppolo. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 2-yard line.
Jacobs is not going anywhere. He'll be hit and dropped for no gain at the 2-yard line.
Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half.
A big one coming in this divisional round playoff, 3rd and goal.
They'll run it with Jacobs. And this is going to depend on the spot, but I believe he might be a few inches short. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward.
Here we go.
They go with Jacobs. And he's in. Touchdown, Raiders.
Josh Jacobs, as the first half is winding down, and the Raiders will extend their lead here just before halftime.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Lawrence. A short throw there to Strange.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
On 2nd down, Lawrence. The throw out wide going to be incomplete. Final play of the half. It's Lawrence.
That is caught. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. So So it's on to halftime of this AF.
Well, look around the NFL. We'll have to wait for postgame because we are moving right through halftime and on to the third quarter.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC divisional round.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Raider offense ready to go here to start the third quarter. And they've been the better of the two teams through 2 quarters of play, much to the chagrin of this home crowd.
Yeah, this score is a surprise to a lot of folks at home, although not to my dad. He predicted the visitors would win. And maybe to the folks in the stadium. But you know who is not a surprise to, partner? This team with the football. They were very confident coming in.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Brings up 2nd and 7. At the 26-yard line.
They fake the give. Now Garoppolo looks to throw. And his throw here is going to be incomplete.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half. Incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him to find him.
That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked up by Foyesade American.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Well, here this third quarter, the whole complexion of the ball game flips on a dime there, CD. This is back to a 1-score game.
And sometimes when your offense is sputtering, you as a defensive unit have to take it upon yourselves to say, we've got to go out there, maybe take a few chances along the way, and see if we can generate some points ourselves. And lo and behold, they were able to deliver.
I guess the coach looked at the 2-point cheat sheet, said go for it, get it to a 3-point game, and they did it.
Yeah, and sometimes you just throw out time of game. You don't worry about that. There's just a feel sometimes in making that call, and he felt good about what he had for a 2-point game.
Amir Abdullah. Still going. 1 man to beat. And he will score. Touchdown, Raiders. Such an electric play, so much fun to watch, and you need all 11 guys in sync for that to be successful, don't you?
Without a doubt. That's teamwork, to be able to put it all together. But that play is really probably the most exciting 10 seconds in football.
Carlson on for the PAT. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. And no doubt one of the most, if not the most exciting play we'll see in this game. The kick return all the way to the end zone for 6 points. So now the other return teams out there, as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw.
And we will not see an attempt to match that return touchdown, as this will be a touchback and bring it out to the 25. Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up 1st and 10.
At their 25-yard line.
Bigsby with a carry to begin the series.
And he's got some space here. Breaks through the contact.
Inside the 20.
Touchdown, Jaguars.
Tank Bigsby.
75 yards.
And the Jaguars have cut it back within a score.
Well, this offense only mustered 3 points in the first half on that field goal. They picked up the pace now. 2 third-quarter touchdowns.
Hey, you remember that appearance we had last week in front of that crowd, and they asked about halftime adjustments and all that was going on, and remember what I said. It's not always an adjustment at halftime. Sometimes just remembering the game plan and playing better, tuning it up, and just working through it methodically. They got it done in this case.
Of course, I'll always remember that appearance because I had on a brown belt with black shoes, and you pointed that out in front of the crowd. So thanks for that.
I said that out loud?
You did.
My bad.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10.
On the ground is Jacobs to start the drive. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay,
I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with third down coming up. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And he is going to have the Raiders first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 1.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot has been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. Here's a handoff to Jacobs. And some good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. 93 yards rushing for him now as he goes over the century mark here in this divisional round matchup. Here's Jacobs. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
Here we go.
From the 44-yard line, here's a 2nd and 5.
They'll run right here with Jacobs. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6. Garoppolo. He finds his man, complete. That's Jacobs. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 29-yard line. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
Here we go, here we go.
2nd and 9.
Play action. Garoppolo. And a quick throw here that's complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 19. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. One quarter remains for the right to advance to the AFC title game. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Running straight ahead is Jacobs. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Now it looks like we've got a Raider here slow to get up.
Ball at the 14 for 2nd and 5.
Once again, it's Jacobs. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Josh Jacobs saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game.
And the Raiders are drawing closer to a date in the AFC title game as they extend this 4th quarter lead.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Jaguars 18.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And they'll bring it out to the 25 as Agnew elects for the touchback.
Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here.
And this could be the defining moment of their season, all hyperbole aside. You're trailing here in the 4th quarter, the divisional round, and they need to come up with something as they get this drive started.
Well, it's hit and the ball is free. But fortunately, look at this. Middle of the field, a breakaway. Inside the 20. Touchdown, Jaguars.
So that's about as crazy of a play as you're going to see. He lost the football, got it back, and took it into the end zone.
And it's really tough on the defenders, isn't it? Because when they see a loose football, sometimes you end up kind of... and you go into fumble recovery mode, and you forget about the guy who fumbled it in the first place. That ended up costing him.
McManus's point after is good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. Amir Abdullah going to take it out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
So out come the Raiders. And right now they're just looking for a little more cushion, trying to make this a two-score game. Points here would go a long way, obviously, to propelling them into the next round.
And this is where the head coach, offensive coordinator, they've had to set a tone all year long about what they do on offense. So most teams want to stay in attack mode, but you have to do it with some bit of caution, don't you? Because you can't come away with no points. You need these points here in order to feel a lot better about where they are in this game.
But this time of the year, playoffs, game of this magnitude, this is what we hope for.
Yeah, it's exactly what we hope for. You want to run your offense cautiously, but not so cautiously that you just give it up.
139 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
Going on the ground with Jacobs. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Here we go. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 46-yard line.
Here's Jacobs. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5-on-3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit.
Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And they can't bring him down. And he's got this down to the 35. A Raider first down, 17 yards.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25.
11 more on that one and another first down. Jacobs now. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
The 22-yard line. A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. Here's Jacobs from the gun. And he'll keep it moving down to the 15-yard line.
Here we go.
And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. On 3rd down, here comes Jacobs. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4.
Here we go.
Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Here's Jacobs. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Jacobs going to try the middle.
Oh, Brandon, I'm going to tell you, this is football time to me. They're inside the 10-yard line. That's like drawing the line in the sand. Who's going to make the stand here? Defensive guys, they know if he gets in the end zone, this ball game is over. And the guys with the football right now, they're thinking, let's just pound it in there.
Got to hold him to 3 to keep this a 1-score game. They'll run with Jacobs. And I don't think he got there. No, they stop him right where it all started. This is a long drive offensively. Wouldn't you hate to end this with just 3 points?
Doesn't it feel like during a ball game you have certain narratives going on and there's certain drives that seem to take on just a bit more importance than others? This feels like one of those, doesn't it? To me, 3 points here, a major letdown. This is the time to go and put 6 on the board.
They'll try and run for it. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it. Well, this defense held out as long as they could, but ultimately the running game wears them down from the 1-yard line.
And that gets set up throughout the entire drive, doesn't it? And when you put those big bodies and determination into that carry, the end result, touchdown.
An extra point by Carlson, up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Jaguars 25.
On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And no return here for Agnew, so they'll bring it out, start the drive at the 25. So here now, Lawrence and the Jaguars. Down by 10, a little over 20 seconds to go. This crowd has stayed with them throughout, but they need 2 late scores to advance in these playoffs as they've got a first down. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
And let's face it, this defense has had its share of struggles all game long, and they know that they can put it all behind them if they defend well here in the 2-minute drill. Excellent coverage right there to force the incompletion.
They'll try again here, 2nd and 10. Here's Lawrence. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
But Charles, they're trying to protect this lead late. Those are the types of mistakes they could afford to go without.
About the last thing you want to give them is help in completing a comeback, which is exactly what that penalty does.
Completes it to Evan Ingram. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. The Raiders are moving on. Thanks for watching, everybody, and so long. So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the